U.S. stuff. We're storing the U.S. quantities in China. For now, we will pay for warehousing in China, store most of our U.S. bound products in the hopes that the tariffs will decrease by the time that the inventory that we need that inventory to replenish our supply in the U.S. Which is, if you can do it, this is probably the best way to do it as a board game publisher right now. Is just don't bring in the product. I know it's not available and not an option for everybody, but that's the best move right now for companies that are struggling. We're sending out of stock U.S. Quantities to the U.S. So FinSpan is out of stock in the U.S. So we are proceeding to send the restock as scheduled. We will eat most of the tariff costs, which more than doubles our costs, to minimize the impact on distributors, retailers, and consumers. We're sending direct sale advantage to the U.S. I've spent too long trying to make this game affordable that I'm not going to let one person with unchecked power. Again, I'm going to let him slide on this. You can make the argument for it. I know he's very heated. He's very upset because he's worked very hard on this. So again, I'll give the guy a pass for this, but at best you could say a legal gray area. You can get. I think it's a really fun discussion to get into, but that's not this. So anyway, in the way of serving my customers, the tariffs may have a slight impact on the U.S. price, but the plan is to largely keep our direct price the same and give customers the option to cover the tariff cost at checkout, which is what we kind of did during COVID, right? There was a lot of people during Kickstarter or whatever. It was like, hey, if you can help us raise more money to cover the container costs, we would appreciate that. And I think a lot of people will support those companies if they so choose. But we have done this once already, unfortunately. So I expect more companies to kind of do this in the future. The plan to release Vantage to U.S. Distribution and retail may delay. The lack of margins there have a bigger impact on the new game than on the reprints, which makes sense. Again, these strategies are focused on products we have already manufactured, as the tariffs did not carve out a grace period for such products. We are fortunate to have a buffer at Stonemaier Games to weather the storm. My heart goes out to the other small businesses in the U.S. and beyond who invested their resources in products and they can no longer afford to bring in the United States. And then another quick important note: there was an article circulating that states incorrectly that tariffs on tabletop games are only 20%. This is incorrect. It's 145%. There's another incorrect thing that's saying it's like 200 some percent. That's not true at all. It is the 145% amount. All right.